What an absolutely glorious day. I've been in the middle of editing thousands of photos for a major sporting event and I just had to get out. So the best thing I could do was head down to the beach. What do you do on a sunny autumn day? The thing is, photographically, it's a bit meh, because the sun, the shadows, it's all very contrasty. I thought what I'd do, instead of taking landscape photography, focus on the minute. I don't know if you can see in this frame, but the rocks here are covered in mussels and so many other shell life. So I've brought my macro lens. I'm going to get up close and personal. And towards the end of the video, I'll show you my special tip on getting underwater macro photography. You know, when you first get a macro lens, you think, I'm going to get some bees, going to get some insects in the garden, move on to some fungi in the forest, which is really beautiful, and there are some people who do an amazing job with that. But this is what I love. I love finding rock pools with sea life. And it's not just the sea life either. It's the bits of seaweed, the way the sand sits, the stones. All of it comes together to form these ephemeral compositions that you'll never see again. It's absolutely beautiful. And this little fella, he's just moving around, sweeping up all of the sand. I'm sure that's not what he's actually doing, but that's the effect. I love it. There's so much around here, so much to see, so much detail. And you're looking at all these, I don't even know what kind of rocks these are, but in the midst of it, you've got the odd random sandstone. And I love it because you look at these lines through here. And with a macro lens, you can really, really get close in and see some beautiful detail. I did just come with the macro lens, but that isn't all it does. It is a 100mm lens on its own, and as such, I can still get some really good compositions. That said, I would normally use a 24-70 to get me a wider view. So I may have to do some panorama shots, we'll see. But currently my view here is beautiful. It's just these steps back and back and back. So my main aim for this is to get a decent amount in focus. I don't focus stack, so for me to achieve the result I need to use my aperture function. Everything else falls into place. I'm not looking for smooth waves because I probably won't really see them. But I do want to have some of these rocks in crystal clear focus and maybe the foreground slightly out. So I'm going to push it up to f18 to get as much in focus as I can. It does go to f32, but I think that's just pushing it a little bit too far. As a result, to get enough light in, I need to push my ISO up a bit, and the shutter speed is whatever the shutter speed is. And I'll focus on the rocks into the mid foreground. Yeah, and that's beautiful. That's actually given me a lot in focus from at least the middle to the background. The very foreground rocks are just slightly out of focus, and I'm cool with that. I'll just shuffle around and get a few more shots. Now you might think that my tip is just using a polarizer, and you do get some nice photos with a polarizer. So my personal trick to underwater rock pool photography is get yourself one of these lights, and you can really light up what's inside. You've got to be careful of the reflections, but at least then you'll have enough light to be able to get a decently short exposure. I would love to spend all day here if I could, but I am short on time. I still have those photos I need to edit at home. So if you like what I'm doing, please like the video, subscribe, all of that stuff. It really helps me out. I'm going to finish off with some of my photos that I'm taking on the way back, and I'll see you next time. That is beautiful. Oh my God, the way the light sits. Let me just get this one. It's just filtering down through the trees.